up. So if there's any of these that you don't want on, you're able to just simply do this. So hey everybody, welcome back to Jimmy's Promo, and today we'll be talking about the top features of Samsung One UI 3.0. Now, as of today, December 2nd, I am running on the third update of the beta version. I suspect that the fourth update will be coming out either today or tomorrow for the Galaxy Note 20 series, and then soon for the public full release here in the month of March. Sometime maybe, I'm hoping 2 or 3 weeks from now. Hopefully it'll be an early Christmas gift for all of us getting Samsung One UI 3.0. So the first one I do want to cover is one that is dealing with copy and paste. So let's just say that we go inside of a message right here, and let's do this longer one right there. Let's do a copy and paste. Now, if I was to go to any other screen, if I was to go inside of the Google search bar, if I was to go inside of another message, the nice thing is that they place it right there. It's going to be sitting right inside of your predictive text area, so you don't have to go through inside of your clipboard right there or do a press and hold, copy, paste, things like that. So let's say that we do something else. Let's go for the shorter one right here. Let's do copy. Maybe let's move over to another message. Let's go inside of this one right over here. And then if I was to, expand it, you can see that it's sitting right there. Even if I was to make it go back down, minimize it, bring it back up, you can see that it's sitting right there inside of the predictive text area. Again, if I was to go in another application, again, sitting right there. Super nice to have. I noticed it just today. It was this morning when I added this one into the list because I didn't notice it on my other devices, because as of right now, I am using the Galaxy Z Fold 2, getting back inside of this thing, and it didn't have it there on 2.5. And I found it to be super helpful when I was using the Galaxy Note 20. Feature number 2 will be inside of the gallery. Now, I've covered this one from before, but it's still going to be at least in the top 9. This is where if you were to edit a photo, it'll actually just overwrite the original image for any type of a edit that you do. And then if you ever wanted to revert back to that original picture, you're able to. So just say that we go through here. Maybe this is the image I wanted to use, or maybe I just wanted to switch this one into maybe like a 1x1, something like that. When you go through and hit on save, now that is that image. So if I was to go right on back, you're not going to see two pictures of the exact same thing. Sometimes when you were to edit a photo, crop a photo, you'd have to go through your gallery to see which one you just got done editing to, share it off and send it off and post it somewhere in social media. Sometimes you don't know exactly which one you just got done doing. Also, it cluttered your gallery, so you'd have 2 or 3 of the exact same pictures. But if you ever did wanted to go back to that original, so let's say like this was, I picked up that full crop. I didn't really know exactly everything I wanted to have, and then I put it into the framing that I wanted to post to the social media. I can actually just revert it right back to the original. If I wanted it to go there and then hit on save, and now we're right back to where we were from before. I still posted something up on social media, but there is that original image. I believe other companies might do this as well, but it's a really nice addition to Samsung One UI 3.0. Feature number 3 will be the setup of the advanced features. So a lot of the settings has moved around, changed around, but when you take a look at the advanced features sitting right here, you can see that everything was just placed up on the top. Some of these were in different areas. They were scattered around the phone. They also added in, because it is Android 11, you have Android Auto sitting right there. So here is your call and text on other devices. You're able to toggle on. Right after that, you have link to Windows. Right after that, you have Samsung DeX, and then you have Android Auto. So this was just one of those menu setting changes that I definitely wanted to show you. So if there's any of these that you would like to toggle on, you just go to one spot in one area of that settings. Really nice job right there. For Android Auto, if you do have this in your phone, here's all of the settings. You can connect it to a car, automatically resume media. You have your Google Assistant information, your weather information, the Hey Google detection, the customized launcher. So there's a lot of really cool things you're able to update and change when it comes down to your Android 11, Android Auto. Oh, and if you guys are brand new here at the channel of Jimmy is Promo, and you guys appreciate these tips, tricks, and tutorials on your Samsung Galaxy devices, especially all of the details around Samsung One UI 3.0, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, as well as the bell for notifications so you get notified for all future videos. The next change is one that is super helpful because I always take a look at my battery information, usually every single day. I'm just curious on the screen time and how much battery I have left and what all applications is using what. So when you go inside of your settings and you go inside of your battery and device care, then you go inside of battery. Inside of here, they changed a lot of things versus where it is right now on Samsung One UI 2.5. Before Samsung One UI 2.5, it was pretty close to this, but they did a really good job. They also moved a few settings right over here, like your power saving mode. This right here, that limit apps and home screen. This one is basically that extreme power saver mode there, that it limits everything down. But inside of here, you can take a look for your last 7 days. You can take a look at your last day right here. I love how it says how long ago it was that you've unplugged it. And then as you scroll down, you can take a look at everything. Sometimes some people would also like to know their screen on time, so they would go to the very top and try to show more, then it would show that screen on time, but it's going to be sitting right there. You can also get a bigger outlook of your 7 days sitting right here. You can tap on the screen. You can see what you have been using during this certain time frame throughout the entire day. But yeah, it's pretty nice. Then if you wanted to take a look more specifically as what you're using, how long you're using it, the daily average use, things like that, then you're able to tick on each one of these applications right there to take a look. The next addition that's really great is inside of permissions. So usually it was, deny it or allow only while using the application or always. Well, they added in a fourth option or a additional option. So when you go inside of your permissions, let's just say camera, for example, here's your deny. Here is only while using the app. Sometimes you can have the option of always run, which I don't know why you'd want to choose that. But they have this one here, ask every time. So every single time that you go inside of an application, you can have this one right there ticked if you wanted that one to always ask every single time that you use the applications. So another application that we could take a look at is, let's say, inside of the Google application, and let's go inside of Google Maps. And let's take a look at their permissions here. So let's say in terms of the location right here, you can see that that's the option there, allow all the time. You also have only while using the application. Then you have ask every time and deny. So Maps, I think, is the only one that I have selected for allow all the time, but it's pretty nice that you have this extra additional option here, which is ask every time, especially for the applications that you don't really use that often. Now, this next feature is a pretty large one, and I didn't really notice how much I would miss it when it's gone, especially when I'm using the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2 right here. This is something that I've used so often on this phone here, which is double tap to sleep. Now, it's a big deal, especially if you're, let's say, in your car, you're using navigation, maybe you have a clamp on the side of your phone, you don't really have access to that power button, but you wanted to turn off the screen because you don't need it at that moment in time. And so that double tap to sleep definitely comes in handy. So when you go inside of your settings, you go to that advanced features, and then inside of advanced features, you want to go inside of your motions and gestures. Then inside of motions and gestures, this is where you have that double tap to turn off screen. You can also see that lift to wake and double tap to turn on the screen. But this one is a really big deal. Some people might be overlooking it on how helpful it is, but when you actually have it on a phone and then you use a different phone that does not have it, you'll definitely see that change. Now, this next added feature is one that's brand new for Samsung One UI 3.0, and it's a way that you're able to take a look at your notification history. Now, I just recently had this one turned off. It was turned on, and it was actually very beneficial. So now that I've noticed that I've turned it off, I did turn it right back on. So what you want to do is you want to go inside of your settings, then you go inside of notifications, then inside of notifications, you can go to advanced settings, and then here you go to notification history. So you can see that we just got a notification up there just now. So luckily something just came through that we were able to check it out, but you can see here that we dismissed it, or we at least just let it go. So you can see that there's one notification. You can even bring it down just to see a little bit more details. So let's say that you are looking at your cell phone, something comes through with maybe Yahoo Sports, you pull it down, swipe it off, move away, but then right when you swiped it off, there was a headline that just caught your eye, a particular word, and you're like, crap, which one was it? Now you have to go back inside the application, try to find the story, but again, all you'd have to do is just pull down the settings, go inside of notifications, you go to that advanced settings. When you go to your notification history, tap on that one, and you're going to be able to see the headline that you just missed, because sometimes you just swipe something away really quick because it's just maybe habit, but notification settings is actually, or notification history is actually pretty helpful. The next feature that was added in is talking about widgets. So originally, if you wanted to add a widget to your home screen, you'd have to press and hold anywhere that is empty. Then you go inside of widgets, and then you search for the application that you're trying to look for. And sometimes, you might not see it, it might blend in, or maybe you just forget what you're looking for, or you're just right here, you're using one of these applications and you're like, shoot, I wonder what widgets they have here. So from this screen, you're able to hit on widgets right right there, which widgets was not an option earlier. So you can see a look at every single one that has a widget along with it. Then you're able to add it to your home screen. So eTrade just only has one. Another big one would be the weather. So let's say that we take a look at the weather channel application, press and hold, widgets. Then you're able to see that they have multiple ones sitting right here. So it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then any of these that you would like to have on your home screen, you just do a press and hold and then drag it to the home screen wherever, place it, minimize it, make it bigger. So definitely made it a one step less feature that you're able to get to something really quick. Then the very last one that we will be covering today is the volume rocker. This is something I covered a long time ago when it was brand new, and I'm actually a pretty big fan of it. I like it being on the side a little bit better. Also too, when you tap on those three little dots, you can expand it. There is your live caption if you wanted the captions to actually come through. So even if your phone is turned all the way down so you don't, bother the people next to you, you can have your live captions. This is where you're able to change if you want your settings to go up, the notifications to go up, your Bixby voice, things like that. Also too, you can tap on these icons if you want them to be muted or be brought right back up. So if there's any of these that you don't want on, you're able to just simply do this. So if you want your phone to be vibrate, there you go. Maybe your audio, you want it to be up a little bit more, and you can go inside of all of your sound settings right there. But this is pretty much it for today's video. These are the top brand new features of Samsung One UI 3.0. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you guys did, please give this thing a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe right over here on the very bottom left hand side. And if you like this video, then more than likely you'll also like this video. And I'll see you guys later.